Welcome back. It's Devin from the Motion Suite. Today we are doing a balance stability workout. So you can use this on your rest day. It's not very aggressive, or if you want to add it on to some of your cross training or after a run, it's just good stability work to keep you balanced, to keep all those stability muscles in check. So all I have is the floor. I've got a balanced foam pad, but you can use a folded up beach towel or bath towel, or even stand on like a pillow from a bed or a throw pillow or something like that. I do have a dumbbell, which is optional, but you don't need it, or you can just use anything like a can of soup, a bottle of water, small child, it doesn't really matter. I'll show you some variations. All right, so we are gonna go through 5 moves. They're gonna be doubled up though, because we're doing one leg at a time. We are gonna do 30 seconds of balancing and then pretty much switch immediately since we don't need that much rest time. So first, you can stand on one foot. I'm going to hold a weight, and you're just going to balance. Let's go for 30 seconds. I'm going to hold a weight and bring it up over my head as an option. All right, go ahead. Try to raise, if you have a weight, over your head, or you can just use your arms. Raise your arms straight up overhead without a weight. This just gives you a little perturbation to challenge your balance on that leg. It's harder with barefoot versus with shoes on. So if you have shoes on, you have a little extra stability. All right, switch feet, other foot, same thing. Keep your knee a little bit soft, a little bit bent, not completely locked out. Keep your core tight. That helps you stay balanced. Nice and slow, challenge that balance. 5 more seconds. 1 more. All right, we're gonna take a little rest. Now is the time for your folded up towel or pillow or something with squish. If that ends up being too hard, then just go back to the hard, stable floor. So this way, you're gonna do one foot in front of the other like you're on a tightrope or a balance beam. So one foot in front of the other, doesn't matter which one you're gonna start with, because we're gonna end up switching. All right, so whichever one to start with, I'm gonna hold a weight and pass it hand to hand in front of myself. If that doesn't work for you, then just do nothing or do the arm raise like we did on the first one. All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Heel to toe like you're on a tightrope. Embrace the wobble. If you lose your balance, just regain it and keep going. Chest up, core tight. Five more seconds and we'll switch feet and put your other one in front. All right, switch and repeat. Keep going. You can also like pass a ball forward and back with a partner, a kiddo. You can just stand like this and play catch back and forth. 5 more seconds. All right, good deal. All right, back on the hard surface. Unless it's easy, then you can always reincorporate the folded towel. If anything ever feels easy on the floor, go barefoot, add a folded towel, give yourself a challenge there. All right, so we're gonna do a 1 foot clock. You're gonna stand on 1 foot. The other foot is gonna do like an imaginary clock, tapping. So forward, side, back, just half the clock. And then we'll switch the other 30 seconds with the other foot. All right, go ahead. Forward, side, back. You can tap with your heel or your toe. The stance leg, make sure that knee stays directly forward over the center of your foot. You don't want it doing this inward drop thing. Just a little mini squat. Try not to put too much weight on your moving leg. all the weights in the stationary leg. Last one. All right, switch. Forward, side, back. Chest up, eyes up, core tight. Forward, side, forward. All right, good job. All right. Now we are going to do single leg balance, hinging forward, trying to bring one hand to the floor, back and forth. Okay. So start on one foot, knee slightly bent. It's going to look like this, down and up, kind of like a golfer's lift. Try to just tap the floor with your fingertips and come right back up. All right. And then we'll switch legs for the next 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Hinge at the waist. Come right back up. You can bring your other foot down to rest between reps if you want, or float it and don't ever bring it back down. Soft bend in the standing knee, core tight, back flat, hinging at the hips. I bet you can see exactly why this is good for runners. Slow and controlled. All right, switch feet. I should mention you're tapping with the hand that's opposite the standing foot. Doesn't really matter. Either way is hard, but for consistency. It's likely that you're going to find one leg is harder than the other. That's normal. We are asymmetrical by nature. You're going to have a weaker leg, a tighter hip, a less balancy leg, which is good to train them one at a time in isolation so they can't cheat. All right, last one. All right, good. All right, one more. And you can do it again with foam or without, on the floor or with a towel. So it's just basically a mini squat. If you want to have a chair behind you, you can do that. But it's just a mini squat up and down, one leg at a time. If that doesn't feel good, kickstand. So have your heel down and just do it that way. It's a good modification. All right. All right, here we go. Kickstand if you want, or float. Just a little mini squat. Keep the knee aligned over the center of your foot. Don't let it dive in. Drive through your heel, chest up, eyes up. Feel every muscle working to keep you upright. 3, 2, we can fit one more in. All right. Switch feet, shake it out. All right, let's go. This is the last one of this whole balance circuit. Gain your balance if you need. This side's definitely harder for me. Last one. All right, that's it. That's your balance circuit. If you want, repeat it. Good work. Good way to keep you stable for all your runs. See y'all next time.